Hey everyone, welcome back to the Crazy Dreamer Network. My name is AJ and let's hop right into today's reading. So today's reading is a pick a card on what spirit wants you to know right now. What is the message spirit wants to give you right now? We have 4 piles. Pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, and pile number 4. Pile number 1, we have this agate crystal. Pile number 2, we have this rose quartz tumbled crystal. Pile number 3, we have this tumbled amethyst crystal. And pile number 4, we have this argonite crystal. I'll give you all some time to meditate on your pile selection. Okay, so again, pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, and pile number 4. I love you all so much, my dreamy dreamers, and I'll see you in your reading. Bye. Hey, pile number 1s, welcome back to your reading. So you all chose this agate crystal as your crystal selection. So we'll put that right on top. And I'm doing something a little different. So I want to say in 2020, I cut out singular words on cardstock and I would use them in my readings. I haven't used them in a while, but I wanted to do it today. So you also chose the Moonology deck, and I'll reveal what, I know this is a full moon in Sagittarius, but I'll reveal what it also says. So we have look at the bigger picture, full moon in Sagittarius. Some of you all could be Sagittariuses. Some of you all could have heavy placements of the zodiac Sagittarius in your natal chart. But I feel like the message spirit wants to convey to you right now is that your life is unfolding before your eyes, and there is a need to look at the overarching picture of it, not just what's happening in the next 10 minutes, 30 minutes, hour, the next day, but like, excuse me, what is it that you want to accomplish in the totality of your life, right? Who do you want to become? The people you want around you, the environment you want to be in, like the overarching view of your life, right? And to do it in a sense of groundedness with the agate crystal, okay? So I'm going to put this here. Now let's reveal your, oh my gosh, excuse me. Let's reveal your singular word, willpower. Oh, wow. So what I'm also getting here for you, pile number 1, is things are going to be unfolding for you very, how can I put this? Everything that you want, everything that you visualize, everything that you've dreamt of for your life is unfolding. However, you have to have the willpower to allow it to happen. You know how sometimes our minds could kind of like go off on their own tangents and on their own little journeys, and we constantly, to me as humans or as conscious beings who really want to manifest things in a conscious way, we always have to continue to redirect and reframe our mindsets. And this is going to take willpower for you to do, but I feel like you have it, pile number 1s, okay? And as long as you're grounded in your approach, you can pretty much do, have, or be anything that you set your mind on, okay? So let's start with this Black Moon Astrology deck and get more into the messages that Spirit, God, Source Energy wants to convey to you right now. Clear, concise, accurate messages for our pile number 1, Spirit. What do you want pile number 1s to know right now? Wow. Okay, so that flew out. So we're going to take this one. Clear, concise, accurate messages. What do you want our pile number 1s to know right now? Okay. The blessings card kind of like peeked out. So let's see. So we're going to start with these 3 cards, and then we will pull some tarot to delve deeper into these messages. So we have at the bottom of the deck card number 10, Neptune's Sacrifice. So I know that Neptune will be in Pisces for as long as Saturn is in Pisces. So you could be placing an emphasis on your dreams, the things that you want, the things that you have been like manifesting, right? Or have been wanting to manifest in your life. I have a feeling that this is almost like this is a level of completion for you too. And I feel like you're going to feel a lot more calmness, a lot more serenity in your approach because of the groundedness that you are going to convey when it comes to you looking at the bigger picture of your life, right? I feel like beforehand, pile number ones, you could have felt kind of scattered. You could have felt kind of like restless, and that maybe added to confusion. With Neptune's Sacrifice and Neptune ruling Pisces, right? Supposedly, allegedly. There could be some confusion when it comes to certain things that you want to do, but I feel like you do have the willpower, or you will harness the willpower to ground that confusion, to say, okay, here's step 1. Let me just take step 1. And then once you take step 1, let me take step 2 and 3 and 4, so on and so forth, right? So I feel like you're kind of like coming out of this confusion, but you're transmuting the confusion into a daydream-like state, which is almost like the catalyst to manifesting our dreams, our wants, yada, yada, yada. So let's begin revealing your cards. Exactly. Card number 37, Fire Element Desire. This is definitely about manifestation. Again, some of you all could be fire signs, specifically Sagittarius's, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius's, but I feel like you have the fire and desire to ground your wants, ground those manifestations, and have the willpower to actually like see them to the end. You remember when I said with this card number 10, there is a level of completion, or there is a season of completion that you're entering. We have 3 and 7. What does that add up to? 10. So 10 again. Some of you all could be seeing the number 1010, which means like you kind of like you have this clear cognizance to where you know something without knowing why or how you know it. It's just in the pit of your stomach. Like I know my dreams, my goals, my ambitions are going to manifest because I'm actually putting in the work. Whether it feels like work or not, you are doing it, pile number ones, okay? And sometimes our minds could get muddied because we second guess ourselves all the time. But I feel like you really have this fire lit under you to see something from start to finish, okay? We have card number 30 with 6th house routine. Exactly. It's going to take a concerted effort, not just on your part, but as a whole, as a collective, with the community that you're building, right? You're going to have to start a routine. You're going to have the willpower again to look at the bigger picture, know that this is above you in a certain, respect or regard, and to keep going. You remember, one step at a time. I'm getting Jordan Sparks. Just take one step at a time. There's no need to rush. It's like learning to fly or falling in love. Like, this is all you have to do is continue to put one foot in front of the other. And sometimes that could mean getting on a routine, having the willpower and the diligence to actually make sure that you are organized enough to do things in a systematic way, pile number ones. And you're doing it because you have the desire in your heart to say, whatever it is that I'm doing, and this is going to be different for everyone who's watching this, but whatever it is that I'm doing, I want to see this to the end. And I'm going to see this to the end. And I'm going to take the necessary steps in order to fulfill the goals of my heart or the desires of my heart, right? And then we have card number 39 with air element communicating. So, excuse me, we have card number 39 with air element communicating. You know what I was thinking, pile number ones? This could take you like 10 years to actually complete the bigger picture. It could take you 3 years, because look, 10 years, excuse me, because we have 10. You remember we have 37. That's the number 10 again. And then we have 30, 37, and 39. And so I'm seeing like this could take a whole span of 10 years. As long as you're diligent, as long as you keep putting one foot in front of the other, you are literally going to be the embodiment of everything that you have wanted in this lifetime. In this lifetime. It's not going to be the next. It's not going to be, you know, at the brink of like, it's not going to, 10 years, if we really think about it, goes in a flash, especially depending on what age you are now, right? When we're younger, it kind of seems like, oh, 10 years is so far away, but it's not, because we're in the thick of it. We're in the thick of life. We don't realize how quickly a decade could go by. So I feel like you've already started this journey, and it's going to really come into fruition in the next 10 years. And it could be quicker, right? It could be quicker depending on how much effort you put into it. But to me, at maximum is going to be 10 years. As long as you have the willpower to just keep moving forward. Daydream the most magnificent dreams. You know what I'm saying? There is no limits. There is no cap. There is no ceiling. Know that, and you will be able to, you know, move beyond perceived limitations, okay? And with the fire element and the air element, there's something fueling this. Your daydreams, how you communicate, how you talk through something, how you talk yourself through something, right? So let's pull some more cards. We're gonna pull the Wandering Star Tarot. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit, for cleansing and blessing this deck, for giving pile number ones clear, concise, accurate messages for what it is they need to know right now. Clear, concise, accurate messages for what you want to, for what you want pile number ones to know right now. Clear, concise, accurate messages for our pile number ones, Spirit. What do you want pile number ones to know right now? It's something about physicality too, with the 6th house coming in the center. It's like you're gonna, it's like you're almost gonna be unrecognizable within the scope of the next 10 years. And you have the willpower to do this, pile number ones. Tell me more, Spirit. Clear, concise, accurate messages for our pile number ones. What did we say? We have the Magician card coming out. Oh my goodness. It says power, action, skill, power, action. I don't know why I was getting willpower, because obviously willpower, and then we have power in here. You have everything that you need. Everything that you need to facilitate these manifestations, or the life of your choosing, the life of your dreams, right? This is the first card out the deck. So not only do you have the skill and the power, you are literally a master manifester. Tell us more, Spirit. And I feel like not only do you have the skill and the power, but you have the mental foresight. You know, you have some type of, like I said, claircognizance, but you have some type of clairvoyance, clairaudience, something that you are continuously listening to, that small voice, right? That metaphorical small voice in your head that's telling you, keep going, put one foot in front of the other, finish this task, finish this project to completion, and it's going to get you somewhere you couldn't have even imagined for yourself. Tell us more, Spirit. Thank you. Oh my gosh, we have the world. We have the world. Success is inevitable. You remember what I said? You're going to look unrecognizable. Look at that snake. That snake is a symbol of metamorphosis, okay? you are you are transforming before everyone's eyes, okay? It says reward, success, completion. What did I say in the beginning of this? There is a level of completion that you're entering, and success and rewards for that willpower that you have, been so diligent to continue. Tell us more, Spirit. Clear, concise, accurate messages. Okay, so we have the Page of Wands, good news, communication. Okay, we have communicating right here. I feel like you have the knack for communicating, and it actually gives people like fuel and power and strength, and it also opens them up to what they actually desire, not what society is telling them to desire, not what their parents are telling them to desire, not what their friends or whatever are telling them to desire, but what they actually desire in their heart, because you are the one actively engaging and pursuing this. They use you as like an example. Oh, well, if pile number ones could do it, I can do it, because just by seeing them glow and grow and prosper, it's giving me the courage, it's giving me the strength, right, to do the same thing. So, I feel like you're also, this is just the beginning of this journey too, pile number ones. It's the precipice, right? Well, I don't know if is the precipice the beginning? I don't know. But it's just the start of it. And you're going to be receiving a lot of good news, a lot of great news about this path that you find yourself on, okay? So let's pull 2 more cards. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit. What clear, concise, accurate messages you want our pile number ones to know right now? We have the 3 of Pentacles. This is going to take concerted effort, concerted teamwork, galvanizing people in your community that want to build with you. We have enterprise, success, talent, and teaching. To me, this is directly connecting to this communicating part. You're a teacher, okay? Some of you all could feel like sages, sage, okay? And I feel like your best modality of teaching has been through experience. I feel like you might have experienced a lot at a very early age. And so this also allows you to, talk and teach from what you know, right? Tell the stories that you know, so to speak. And if you know them, other people will have similar experiences, or like at least will connect with you, because whether they've experienced those things themselves or the people around them have also, it's more relatable. They're going to relate to you. Tell us more, Spirit. Clear, concise, accurate messages for our pile number ones. Clear, concise, accurate messages. What do you want pile number ones to know right now? Okay, so I'm going to take both of these because they fell out. I wasn't going to at first. So we have the 9 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Beautiful. Wish fulfillment, happiness, vitality, optimism, joy. Have I ever gotten this 9 of Cups in this deck? I do not know. And then the 2 cards that came out, like, what a blessing. The Wheel of Fortune and the Sun. So, like, pile number ones, y'all are destined to have this beautiful, almost like trance-like, dream-like, and I mean like trance, like you're in a trance state. Like, I can't believe this is my life. Like, I can't believe I actually did it. I actually manifested the life of my dreams. That's what I'm getting here. And you did that through creative visualization. You did that through creative visualization, whether or not you realized it. Maybe this is just your natural state. Maybe you're just a daydreamer, maybe you're just, you just like to kind of like, that's how you fill your time, or that's what you like to do before you go to sleep, is to dream like I said, the most magnificent dreams that you couldn't even fathom happening, right? And I know through diligence and effort and hard work to an extent, right? Because I feel like you all do something and know something that maybe others won't, and that is that is that creative visualization. You all have the willpower to hold the vision and keep it. And that's why everything is unfolding for you. We have 4 major arcanas: the Magician, the World, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Sun. Almost some of the best major arcanas in a tarot deck has come out for you. So this definitely means wish fulfillment. This definitely means happiness. This definitely means contentment. Spotlight, energy radiating from not just you, but to other people, right? And I feel like if you have a lot of air in your chart and a lot of fire in your chart, that's what's keeping this momentum. That's what's allowing this willpower to come through for you, okay? So let's finish this reading. Let's see. Let's complete your reading, pile number 1. I'm going to use the Soul Journeys Oracle deck. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit, for cleansing and blessing this deck, for giving pile number 1's clear, concise, accurate messages to complete their reading. Advice, guidance, and wisdom for our pile number 1's to complete their reading. Advice, guidance, and wisdom for pile number 1's to complete their reading, Spirit. Advice, guidance, and wisdom for our pile number 1's to complete their reading. Oh, wow. So we have doubt coming out. I release the need to know all the answers. Exactly. So if this does take up to 10 years in order to manifest, I feel like you're going to have the willpower to hold the vision in your mind and to keep all doubts by the wayside, right? To reframe those thoughts when doubt creeps in. There is a saying, I think this guy, Joseph Rodriguez, who I watch a lot on YouTube, he says, as long as we eliminate doubt, indecision, and fear, our lives will unfold how we want them to. Doubt, indecision, and fear. And I feel like you are eliminating that, and you're going to have the willpower to do so because you are looking at the bigger picture. Okay, you know that it's going to take time, right? Time is the only kind of benefactor in this, to where you're going to need to like place a concerted amount of effort to like not pay too much attention to time, but more attention on your routine and more attention on the action steps that you all take, right? Tell us more, Spirit, for our pile number 1's clear, concise, accurate messages for our pile number 1's. Advice, guidance, and wisdom to conclude their reading. Thank you. And we have friendship, okay? This is giving me this 3 of Pentacles vibe. I feel like it's going, like how you're going to manifest whatever it is that you want to in life, and it's coming, it's going to happen. It's through the relationships that you build, and it's more so through the connections. They're not superficial, they're not surface level connections, they're actual deep enriching soul connections that you are harnessing, and that you're going to build with people in order to build and facilitate these dreams that you have. It says, I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. So some of you all could be doubting, like, why is this person in my life? Why did they come into my life? Like, you know, are they here for good? Are they here? Like, what is the purpose? And I feel like you're going to stop doubting that, because it's going to be made clear to you soon why this person, why you met this person, why you have these connections in your life, whether it be a particular person, it does say friend, right? Or maybe a family member that feels like a friend. Why did this happen to me? So, something like that. It's all going to become clear to you, okay? One more card, Spirit, to conclude pile number 1's reading. What do you want pile number 1's to know right now? Clear, concise, accurate messages for our pile number 1's to conclude their reading. Okay. We have self-esteem. And it says, I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. Exactly. So I feel like your self-esteem is heightening. as well in the next 10 years or in the next decade, however you want to say it, but your self-esteem is growing because of the people around you, because of your environment, and because of what your purpose is and what you're working on is attributing to a higher self-esteem, because you are looking at the bigger picture. You're not looking at surface level things anymore. You're looking beyond them. Okay. It says purpose. I know what I am here to do. I feel like you definitely know what you're here to do. There is no more doubt about that. There's no more doubt about what it is that you're here to do or why it is that you're here. You're just abiding by what source is giving to you, right? What source is explaining to you, like, you know what, I am here to, make films that help people, that give them practical and spiritual steps to help them in their lives, as well as entertain them, right? Or I am here to be one of the best authors that can facilitate change and really spark the ideas of the youth that can lead to a better world, things of that nature. And I feel like, and fill in the blanks. If it's none of that, then definitely fill in the blanks for you, what your purpose is. I am here to be the best tarot reader, and here to give positive expectancy to people so that people won't leave readings feeling drained or nervous or insecure or doubting, but they will feel replenished and they will feel optimized and they will feel like, yes, I know what my purpose is. Yes, I adhere to that positive message, okay? Or that redirection, because it's what truly resonates with me. It's not fear mongering. It's actually like giving me the fuel and the courage that I need to like go after my pursuits, right? So things of that nature. And I feel like as long as you keep going and keep growing, pile number one, you're definitely going to hit all the marks that you have set from yourself, that you have set for yourself from here on out. Okay. So I love you so much, my dreamy dreamers. If you like this reading, if it resonated, please hit that thumbs up button, like, share, and subscribe. Share this content with loved ones, family, friends, or anyone who would best benefit from the messages provided here today. Again, if you are interested in a beautiful tarot journal, look no further. Me and the beautiful Sandrine Ann came up with this journal. There's 117 journal prompts where you can archive your tarot journal readings throughout the year. It's also an introduction to tarot and a breakdown of all the 78 cards in a tarot deck. Okay, so if you are interested, the link to this beautiful journal will be in the description box down below. I love you all so much, my dreamy dreamers, and I will see you in your next reading. Bye. Hey, pile number twos, welcome back to your reading. So you all chose this beautiful rose quartz crystal, tumbled crystal, as your crystal selection. So we're going to put this up here, and I'm doing something a little new. I have cut out singular words on cardstock. All right. And we'll be revealing it after I reveal your pile selection card. Okay, so the pile selection card you chose was a personal issue reaches resolution, full moon in Cancer. Some of you all can be Cancerians, zodiac signs, or some of you all could be like wrapping up a cycle. This is a theme right now. Something very personal to you could finally kind of like come to its climax. Something that you've wanted on a personal level could also come to manifest in your life as well. This could be an emotional thing. So maybe like prayers for a loved one, maybe also prayers to have some type of like partnership or something like that. That could also be coming into your life right now as well. So let's now reveal the singular word that is coming through with your reading. So we have trial and error. So I feel like something is manifesting, but it has come through trial and error. This could be a relationship. This could be like something that you've been wanting to pursue a desire of your heart for a very long time, and it's actually happening for you. It's actually unfolding for you, especially with the full moon in Cancer, because full moons is typically the culmination period, right? Where we like reap what we have sown over the course of the new moon and the 28-day cycle to the full moon, right? So I feel like it's taken trial and error emotionally, especially with the rose quartz crystal and Cancer. Cancers are a water sign and they're very emotionally dense, right? So I feel like it's taken trial and error for you to maybe like come to the conclusion that you're in love with someone, or someone's in love with you, or you want to start a family, or, you know, this could be about your family members, right? It's taken trial and error. It's taken time to come to the culmination period of this personal issue being resolved, right? So this could be within yourself. This could be, you know, anything that stems from emotions is coming to the head, okay? So let's pull some Black Moon astrology cards to begin your readings. We're going to pull 3, and then after we're going to pull some tarot. Clear, concise, accurate messages for our pile number 2, Spirit. What do you want our pile number 2s to know right now? Clear, concise, accurate messages you want our pile number 2s to know right now. Clear, concise, accurate messages you would like our pile number 2s to know right now, Spirit. So we have card number 44 with solar eclipse revolution. I feel like there are things changing in your life. Your spiritual team could be with you, or this could have something to do with family, because number 44 is coming up, and I think of 444. Even family members in higher places, you know, like your angelic team. Tell us more, Spirit. What would you like for pile number 4s? What would you like for our pile number 4s to know right now, Spirit? What would you like for our pile number 4s to know right now? I mean, excuse me, pile number 2. So you could also be drawn to pile number 4 as well. What would you like for our pile number 2s to know right now? Card number 18 with Virgo, I analyze. This could be about a Virgo. Maybe if you have a sibling who's a Virgo, or a family member who's a Virgo, or someone close to you. Tell me more, Spirit. Clear, concise, accurate messages you want pile number 2s to know right now. Okay. And we have card number 51, Mercury retrograde reinvention. I love this. Bottom of the deck, we have card number 13, Aries, I am. Very interesting. So you know what I'm getting off bat, pile number 2s? You're definitely changing and rearranging. This solar eclipse card, revolution, is a change that has to occur, okay? It's a change that, like, you can't put off any longer, right? And then with Virgo, I analyze, and Mercury retrograde reinvention, with Aries at the bottom of the deck, I am, you could be changing a lot through affirmation or through the affirmative, right? Someone also in your life could be affirming you, and almost like, what is it called? Clarifying your suspicions or something like that about something in your life or your emotional life, to where there's a lot going on outside. Sorry, y'all. To where it gives you like that extra courage. Like, yes, I knew this. I knew this was what was going on. I knew this to be true. Now I'm just going to go full steam ahead, because that's what I'm getting with Aries, I am. I feel like you know how powerful you are. The people around you also know how powerful you are, especially when it comes to your emotions, right? You could, consider yourself empathic, or you absorb all the emotions in the room or something like that. But I feel like finally you're beginning to analyze why you feel these emotions and what to do with them with Aries, right? Aries is a force to be reckoned with. Aries is the god of war, right? So what I'm getting here, and we also, I think this is Artemis. Is this Artemis? This is either Artemis or Athena. And I feel like because you have been given like the go or the confirmation about something, you're about to reinvent your whole your whole self. This could be your emotional world you're about to reinvent. This could be the way you react to certain things. This could be your health, because Virgo, I analyze. Virgo does, I think it represents the gut, and it represents like health as well, right? So you could be reinventing yourself through your health, through your mental and your physical health. And it's going to start with your mental, through the affirmations that you give to yourself and others, and then it's going to transmute itself into the physical form. So you're completely changing and rearranging, and maybe this was through trial and error. Maybe you had to realize, oh my gosh, maybe you just realized one day, like, why do I talk to myself like this? Or why am I dealing with this? I don't have to. And then you just completely make the change, right? It's a revolution that's happening. It's stoked from something that you have observed or analyzed, right? And now you're like, no more, no mas. I'm doing a complete 180, right? So that was pretty clear. And this could be something that was very emotional to you at one time. So I didn't do this for pile number 1's number 2, but I really want to read a little bit more about this. Personal issue reaches resolution, full moon in Cancer. I'm curious. 74. Okay. Yeah. So here's what it says. It says, things are likely to get very heated as full moon in Cancer is a super emotional sign. So there could be something of an explosion of feelings around now or surrounding your question. It's important to be sensitive to other people when you pull this card. There are some very fine sensibilities around, so tread carefully as you move towards your goals or dreams. This card indicates an especially feminine time. It also heralds the time to deal with any family issues coming up. Nothing to worry about. It signals a challenge is coming to an end. Right. This card also suggests both that a domestic matter or a private issue will soon come to a head, and that it's a great time to move house. The answer to your question lies in being a kind leader. Yeah, this is the time for you to step up and agree to overcome your insecurities. I love this. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. You're having a complete 180 flip on how you deal with things emotionally. And that took a lot of trial and error in your life. And I feel like you're finally at the point where you're like, okay, I have to ground my emotions, right? So it says, attuned to the moon, it may be best to move toward what you want in a sideways manner, like the crab, right? And then it says additional meanings for this card. Meditate to soothe heightened emotions. Don't be clingy. Stop sulking. Have you had enough family time lately? So you could need to spend more time with family and friends just to kind of be the peacemaker, right? To make sure everything in your orbit flows, because if one area of our life is out of whack, the other areas of our lives will become out of whack. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's where you're kind of taking charge, you're taking the lead on this, and I feel like you're assessing and analyzing the situation, and you're adjusting accordingly, right? So I love it. Let's pull some more cards. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit, for blessing pile number 2 with clear, concise, accurate messages that you want them to know right now. Advice, guidance, and wisdom. Clear, concise, accurate messages you want pile number 2 to know right now. Okay. So we're going to do the 8 of Swords. We have the Tower. Okay, this fell out too. Tell us more, Spirit. Clear, concise, accurate messages for our pile number 2. One more card. One more card. Advice, guidance, and wisdom. Clear, concise, accurate messages. Okay. Queen of Swords. Yeah. I feel like you're using a lot more logic now than you have in the past, which is great, you know. I mentioned to pile number 1's too that Saturn will be in Pisces for the next 2 years till 2025. So where you could have felt like anxious about confronting a family member or confronting certain, my goodness, I cannot talk today. Confronting certain things in your family. It says frustration, anxiety, trapped. So you could be feeling a little frustration, maybe about a family member or something like that, that's simmering down because you have gotten this enlightenment around something or someone, right? You've garnered this enlightenment about why it is you feel the way you feel, maybe about someone in your family or your friendship circle, someone that feels like family. It's like, yeah, you've gathered, you're like, okay, I know why this had to come toppling down in order to be rebuilt, because it was not built on a firm foundation, it wasn't built on something real. And with the star card, it says guiding light, inspiration, faith, hope, miracles, infinite energy. I feel like you have been praying for the clarity, for the guidance, for the resolve of this, and your prayers are being answered with the mother star. Yes, we have the star and the mother star. So your prayers are being answered. This also could have been you praying to be more emotionally grounded, to not let your emotions take over and bubble over and manifest in destructive ways as well, pile number twos, okay? Because I know with Cancerians, some of like the negative traits, right? And I don't mean negative as bad, just negative as an opposite, right? Some of those traits could manifest themselves as to like being begrudging or like, what's the other word I want to use? Always kind of like having a bone to pick with certain things or people. And I feel like some of you all's Cancer could be in South Node, and so you are working towards stabilizing your emotions and transmuting them, right? Reinventing them into ways in which they could help and not hinder you. And I feel like your prayers are being answered. You're becoming more resolved in your approach, in your emotional approach and how you deal with things. You're maturing, i.e. you're maturing, for lack of a better term. And not just maturing, but strategizing, right? You could tell the truth, but you don't have to be sorry about it. You're like, look, I said what I said. It is what it is. Take it or leave it. I feel like you know this through experience, right? It says strength, ambition, and truth. You know this through experience. And what is experience? Trial and error. You know what I'm saying? The Queen of Swords knows that they have a lot of wisdom that they possess, that they can give good, concrete advice because they've been there. You know what I mean? So I feel like you've definitely prayed, whether in the past or in the near past or currently, for the resolve to keep your emotions grounded, not to be emotionless, but to know when to exhibit certain emotions versus when you should hold off, or when you should kind of like really analyze a situation to see whether the emotions that you're feeling and that you want to express calls for it or not, right? And there is definitely a lot of maturity here. And you're not afraid to tell your truth. And I feel like you've prayed for this, and it's come in for you. Okay. And look at this. You remember how I said it's not that you're emotionless. It's just you transmute your emotions in a different way. You're using logic and your emotion. You're using reason with the sword here and your emotions to guide you to the best ways on how to convey something, or how to do something, or how to, instead of react, to respond to something, right? So I love this. Yeah. You've just gotten very clear insight and clarity over a certain period of time, to where you are head, heart cohesive, right? You are using your head and you are using your heart to convey to people, whether that be a family member, it could be particularly a Virgo, or an Aries, right? Or both, on what it is that you need out of the relationship with them, and vice versa. I feel like you're not taking things to heart in a way in which you're like being overly sensitive to how people want to be treated or the way you want to be treated, but you're just telling the truth. You're just telling it like it is. And I feel like the people who are going to be in your life for a very long time, they're going to understand where you're coming from, and vice versa, right? So I love that. So let's pull some more cards to conclude your reading, pile number twos. I feel like you definitely changed a lot as well, pile number twos. Tell me more, Spirit. Clear, concise, accurate messages for our pile number twos. Advice, guidance, and wisdom to conclude their readings. Advice, guidance, and wisdom to conclude their readings. Advice, guidance, and wisdom to conclude their readings. Clear, concise, accurate messages to conclude pile number two's readings. Advice, guidance, and wisdom to conclude their readings. Excuse me. Okay, so we have regret. I know that I cannot change the past. We have imagination. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. I feel like some people's imagination, this could also be you, pile number twos, could have gotten the best of them. And I feel like the reason why you want to change how you emotionally react to certain people, places, and things, whether that be in your family, like your immediate family, you know, your familial group, or your platonic family, whatever, whoever you consider as family, you want to change the way you react to certain things because you want to keep those relationships, right? And you don't want your imagination to get the best of you and like just go off on people, right? You want there to be a certain grounded approach to how you respond to people, even if they've pissed you off. Sorry, you know, excuse my French, but even if they've pissed you off, you want to be able to respond like a queen or a king and not respond in a way like there's a saying that says, never argue with a fool because from a distance, people cannot tell who is who, which one is the fool. You know what I'm saying? Because you're stooping to their level. So, you know, tell me more, Spirit. Clear, concise, accurate messages. One more card for our pile number twos to conclude their reading. Advice, guidance, and wisdom for our pile number twos. Oh, wow. So you guys got two additional cards. Bottom of the deck, we have abundance. I feel like you are changing because you know how abundant you are about to be, or like the abundance that you're acquiring just out of this is something that you have been manifesting for a while, and you're like, by no means am I going to ruin this because of family dramas, family feuds, anything. You're thinking very strategically. You're like, you know, you're thinking like a master, like a pro. So we have blame. I accept responsibility for my well-being. Exactly. You're like, look, you guys could put the blame on me, whatever. It's sure. It's I'm taking self accountability for my actions. I expect others to do the same, but if they don't, that's on them. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm going to be even kiltered because this is almost contingent on my success. And we have honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. What did I just say? That you know that your success is contingent on how you react and respond to situations. So I feel like as of now, you're not going to continue to stoop to other people's levels. You're good unless they're high levels, unless they're high vibrations, unless they're of higher mind, then sure. But you don't have to stoop down. You have to actually rise up. You have to meet that person where they're at. Typically, if we're talking about vibratory levels and stuff like that. But if you have to stoop to a person's level, if you have to go down a vibrational standpoint or a vibrational step in order to, like, you know, feel like you've won, or in order to kind of like bicker with them, don't waste your time. That's what I'm getting here. Do not waste your time. your abundance is coming in. It says, I am a limitless being and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. You know that. I feel like people know that around you, or if they don't know that, they're coming to the understanding like, wow, this person, fill in the blanks, is really excelling in life. And that could ruffle feathers, or that could make the people around you want to rise to the occasion as well. Because I feel like you're a very empathetic person, especially with Cancer, and you will give to your family the moon and the stars. This is probably one of the reasons why you're doing these things, is to help your community, help others, help the people around you. But everyone kind of has to play their role, so to speak, and their role can be a contributor to your life and not a hindrance. And I feel like you're just not allowing anymore. You're not allowing your imagination to get the best of you if it has to stoop down to other people's level, so you can feel like, your ego can get off. So you can be like, oh, okay, well, yeah, I told them. You're going to be like, okay, look, is this a waste of my time? 9 times out of 10, arguing with someone, it is going to be. So I feel like you're just transmuting how you, in essence, respond and react to situations that could be triggering. A lot of the times that could stem from family or friends or the people we are closest to. The people we love the most know how to press our buttons the easiest, okay? Because if we didn't, usually when it's strangers, we don't really care what they say because they don't know us, you know? But when it's people who know us and when it's people who have been in our lives for a while, that's where it could get sticky, because we know, oh, you knew exactly what to say to trigger me. And I have to take a breather, or I have to step away, or I have to regather my bearings so I can respond to this in a logical, well-tempered way. Obviously, it's not going to happen 24/7 because we're humans. There's only a finite amount of patience we could kind of like have. But as you continue to grow and as you continue to meditate, because I think it said meditate to kind of like cool your fire, so to speak, right? You'll be able to hone that ability, right? So I hope that made sense, pile number 2s. I love you so much, my dreamy dreamers. If you like this reading, if it resonated, please hit that thumbs up button, like, share, and subscribe. Share this content with loved ones, family, friends, or anyone who would best benefit from the messages provided here today. Again, if you all are interested in a beautiful tarot journal to track these general readings or personal readings that you get either with me or on any other YouTube reader, look no further. The link to this tarot journal will be in the description box down below. It's a beautiful 117-page tarot journal where you can archive your tarot journey throughout the year, and it also has some really cool spreads and the breakdown of each 78 major and minor arcana cards for you. Again, the link to this tarot journal will be in the description box down below. I love you all so much, pile number 2s, and I'll see you in our next reading. Bye. Hey, pile number 3s, welcome back to your reading. So you all chose this raw amethyst crystal. We're gonna put right here, and in a moment we're going to reveal your Moonology card and the singular word that I put on cardstock, okay? So you guys actually had 2 cards that come out, and it's Prosperity Lies Ahead, New Moon in Taurus, and Emotions Are Running High, Supermoon. So I feel like, and you know what's so funny? Look at how similar, I don't know if you guys can see, the color scheme of this raw amethyst with the Emotions Are Running High Supermoon card, like, just goes so well together. So first and foremost, I feel like whatever manifestations of prosperity or increasing your money flow, or, you know, wanting to have a better outcome in your career or your job, whatever intentions that you set maybe during a new moon, they're coming into fruition. And emotions could be running very high for you right now because you're almost like feeling the inertia of that intention coming into being, right? It's almost like an ascension symptom, right? So like when we ask for something, we get it. It's almost like taking off in a rocket ship, right? And we're kind of like feeling the turbulence and the almost like feeling yourself about to sprout out from the earth or something like that, right? Feeling yourself about to take off. I don't know why, but I'm getting that. And I feel like in order to kind of like calm those emotions and not to feel so frantic or jerky or anything of that nature, you might want to keep an amethyst around you, or like meditate on amethyst, or kind of like meditate during certain moon cycles or something like that, to kind of keep your emotions at bay while all this around you is starting to manifest. Because I feel like it's amazing things coming into your life, honestly, but it's going to take not an emotional toll, but you're going to feel it's almost like your vibrations are increasing, right? Because whatever you are manifesting, you have to meet the vibration. So if the vibration of that said manifestation is high, you are climbing up that vibrational ladder. So it's going to feel jarring. You're going to feel almost like changes at a cellular level, right? So again, let's unveil your single word on this card stock, and it's heartache. Okay, so that's what you could be feeling. You could be feeling heartache, but not in the regards of loss. I feel like you're feeling your heartache because it's mending, because it's healing, right? We have amethyst, and look at how this amethyst crystal looks exactly like this emotions are running high supermoon card. It's the same. So you're healing. You could be healing certain feelings of self-worth, and it's maybe not the most tantalizing feeling, or it doesn't feel the best, this heart healing, but you are healing your heart. That's what I'm getting, in order to get to this prosperity that you have been seeking. Also, there could have been something in the past where, you know, your heart had really been aching over this, but I feel like that was because your emotions were so at their optimum and things were running so high, and now you're just healing from it. I do feel a healing energy from this, but I do want to read a little bit from the Moonology about the supermoon, the Moonology card deck about the supermoon. So let's see. So it says, emotions are running high, supermoon. The card suggests that the answer to whatever you're asking is writ large, like the silvery full moon set against the velvety night sky. If you're wondering how successful something is going to be, such as a job or relationship, the answer is very. The answer is very. Okay, see, yeah, this is what I was just saying. This is what I was just saying like the first time around. You're feeling all these heart-wrenching emotions because they're being transmuted into a higher vibrational plane to match this said manifestation that you have had. And this could be on the material plane, right? So let me reread this because I feel like I was kind of stumbling on my words. So it says, emotions are running high, supermoon. This card suggests that the answer to whatever you're asking is writ large, like the silvery full moon set against the velvety night sky. If you're wondering how successful something is going to be, such as a job or a relationship, the answer is very. To use common parlance, the answer to your question may well be that it's under your nose. Exactly. This card is about being larger than life, being special and bursting with energy that you can tune into and work with. Exactly. You can expect plenty of good things and a positive outcome when this card comes up. But you may find that there's a lot of emotions to deal with. This is what I'm saying. Your heart is transmuting, and it feels like it's aching. It feels like it hurts, but it's hurting because it's healing, right? So it says there's also a sense that the opportunities around whatever you're asking about don't come along every day, so take action. It says, attuned to the moon, success is close, I must trust. It says additional meanings for this card. A resolution to your question is closer than you may think. Don't ignore the obvious. Something exciting lies ahead. Make sure you don't blow events out of proportion, and speak to the goddess, ask for her assistance. Okay, so it says a supermoon is a new or full moon. Crazy. We have new and full moon basically. Sorry. So it says a supermoon is a new or full moon that takes place when the moon is at its closest point to the earth during its monthly orbit. An event known as a perigee. If it's a full moon, the moon appears around 14% bigger at this time. The moon is known as the queen of emotions. And if you draw the supermoon card, regardless of when you do this, you can expect your feelings to be more highly charged. Okay, so beautiful, beautiful. The reason why you might have been feeling this heartache is because your heart is mending. Okay, your heart is mending because you're coming closer to your dreams, pile number 3s. Okay, so let's pull more cards. I'm going to pull 3 cards from the Black Moon Astrology deck, and then we're going to pull your tarot and some more cards to conclude your reading. So, clear, concise, accurate messages, Spirit, advice, guidance, and wisdom for our pile number 3s. What do you want them to know right now, Spirit? Clear, concise, accurate messages for our pile number 3s. What messages do you want them to know right now? Advice, guidance, and wisdom. What messages do you want our pile number 3s to know right now, Spirit? Clear, concise, accurate messages for our pile number 3s. Okay, look at this. You cannot make this up. Card number 9, Chiron, healing. You're healing, babes. You're healing. Because this healing, these supercharged emotions that you're feeling is the key to unlock everything that you've been manifesting. And I don't even think you're just in the beginning stages of your healing. You've been in this process for quite some time, right? Tell me more, Spirit. And it's going to lead to abundance. Look, we have 8. This is card number 8. This is typically what? Card number 9, Wounded Warrior, at least in the tarot. But this is card number 8. This is going to lead to abundance, to prosperity in every avenue. Tell us more, Spirit. Clear, concise, accurate messages for our pile number 3s. What do you want them to know right now, Spirit? Advice, guidance, and wisdom. Card number 46, Grand Trine, blessings. Some of you all can have Grand Trines in your chart. So you could be all water somewhere in your chart. And it's opening you up to blessings, okay? 4 and 6, that's 10. There's a new beginning coming in after this completion. Even the number 8 represents completion to a certain degree. So I feel like you are ending the cycle of this heartache, of healing this heartache, and your heart is about to be renewed. I'm just getting it like a squeaky clean, like that emoji with the pink heart and it has that little kind of like shimmer coming off of it. That's what I'm getting right now. Tell us more, Spirit, advice, guidance, and wisdom. What do you want pile number 3s to know right now? Clear, concise, accurate messages for our pile number 3s. Ooh, okay, too many cards. One more card, Spirit. This, I'm just going to take the top. I'll show you guys the rest, but I'm just going to take the top because this kept peeking out. So card number 36, house routine. So these blessings are going to come to you as soon as they're coming in regardless, but they're going to come at an even more accelerated rate, and it's going to make you feel so good when they come in. If you start having a routine, that's just what I'm getting. Look, these are the cards that also came out. Card number 22, Capricorn, I use. You have to use your time wisely. You have to use your body. Everything that you have on this physical plane of existence, use it to your benefit, right? We have card number 33, 9th house, faith. Use your faith. And then we have card number 39 with the air element, communicating. I feel like everything is working in tandem with you for you to have all these blessings come up. As you heal, you continue to have more blessings, and using your physicality, using your strength, using your endurance, right? With the 6th house routine, I always get the Knight of Pentacles. Whether this is the Knight of Pentacles or not, I don't know. It might be. But I always get the Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles knows that it's going to be successful, but knows that it comes with toil, knows that it comes with hard work and dedication, because they have everything, right? I always get like the biblical thing with the walls of Jericho being knocked down and God giving the Israelites all the lands that their eyes can see, as long as they have the courage and the faith to, like, you know, go over that wall, or to basically choose what they want, so to speak. I'm paraphrasing, y'all, so please don't quote me on that or correct me in the comment section, but that's what I'm getting here. Like, you have everything within you. You have the health, and maybe this means working more on your health, your physical health, your mental health, all that, to what's at the bottom of the deck, the 10th house, the world. We have 46, 4 and 6, that's 10, and then we have 30, well, 34 is 7. I'm tripping, but you know what I mean. So you have everything that you need in order to have success and have the things that you want in your world, in your orbit, right? And I feel like it's been a long time coming. You just have to keep moving forward as well. And emotions are running high because you can feel it. It's so close you can taste it, you know? And I just feel like, again, you're wrapping up the cycle of healing your heart, and blessings are being bestowed on you. And it's just going to take more due diligence on your part, pile number 3s, in order to make this world of your dreams, the things that you only have dreamt of, or only have imagined, or only have visualized, come to actual fruition in the material plane, right? So I love this. You definitely have what it takes. So even if, like, that heart is aching because it's healing, this is a sign that that's what it is. It's not anything you need to be paranoid about. Nothing. It's not doomsday. Nothing bad is going to happen to you. Nothing like that. It's your healing, you know? And you're probably like, still, yes. Yes. But you're healing in the most productive of ways, you know? You're healing to manifest something. And not just to manifest something, but manifest the life of your dreams. Tell us more, Spirit. Advice, guidance, and wisdom from Spirit. What do you want pile number 3s to know right now? Clear, concise, accurate messages. Whoa, these are shooting out. So let's see. We have temperance, healing, guidance, healing, moderation, and balance. You're getting your equilibrium back. We have the King of Wands because you're destined for leadership. And I feel like this is you. You have to heal in order to transmute, and in order to master, in order to obtain mastery over your life. It says honor, standards, and wisdom, motivation. Okay. I feel like your standards have completely risen too. People can't come to you with the same old BS that they used to. They have to come correct. And then we have the Emperor with law and order. You know why? Because you use your intuition to guide you to making supreme decisions. Supreme decisions. It's not even just for you, but for other people as well. You could also have an Emperor in your life that really wants to help you, and that has a keen intuition also. Take it if it resonates. But I'm getting this is you. I'm getting this is you. Come on. We have the Wheel of Fortune, karma, destiny. This is your destiny. Whatever that's about to come into your life, these immense blessings, it's because you were destined to have them. One more card, Spirit. Advice, guidance, and wisdom, clear, concise, accurate messages for pile number 3s. Okay, too many cards. One more card, Spirit. Clear, concise, accurate messages for pile number 3, Spirit. Page of Pentacles. Yeah, talent, skill, money. You're utilizing your talents and your skill to produce the life of your dreams. You're using your creativity too, is what I'm getting. And people are going to love you for it. You're even using what you've had to heal from in the past as inspiration. You're drawing from that, pile number 3s. Look at this. We have the 9 of Swords at the bottom of the deck, and it says anxiety and worry. Okay, so this is what you're feeling, and this is the heartache that you're feeling. You're feeling like, oh my gosh, I'm experiencing some interesting nightmares or interesting dreams that kind of wake me up at night, but that's you healing. And I feel like these things are kind of bubbling up to the surface so that you can confront them in real life and get rid of them in your dream state, because something has seeped in your subconscious, something that you have been worried about. And I feel like Spirit wants you to know you don't have to constantly be in a state of worry. I almost feel like some of you might feel like worrying is noble. And I've said this in prior readings, but it isn't. Don't be a worrier, be a warrior. Transmute that worry into something that can help you, that can assist in you. I feel like you're coming into this balance though. We have 3 major arcanas: Temperance, Emperor, and the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like people are going to start looking to you as a leader for advice, for motivation, because you're an honorable person. And didn't I say that I think you thought worrying was like honorable or noble or something like that? I feel like worrying will hinder you or will stall these blessings coming forth. So I feel like with the sixth house routine, you're going to be maybe using more affirmations, watching lighthearted things, watching more motivational content in order to balance out, in order to create that equilibrium in your heart. Because I feel like worrying incessantly, it has taken its toll, but I feel like it's on its way out as well, pile number 3s, okay? And your whole future is ahead of you, and you're very talented. And I feel like you're going to start using your money wisely too, because you could be getting like an influx in your abundance or a source of income or something like that. You're really going to start to use money wisely, and it's going to become a talent and a skill, or you're going to be paid handsomely and gorgeously for your talents and your skills. And this is just the beginning of it. You could see like an influx, and it's just like, oh man, I made this much just for me, like being me, or just for me doing something that I love. Let's go. Let's keep going. Let's keep doing this. Let's keep pursuing this. Let's not hinder ourselves with anxiety and worry about what others might think or anything like that. If I love it, I know someone else is going to love it and someone else can benefit from it. So I feel like that's what's fueling you right now, pile number 3s. So let's conclude your reading with a couple of soul journey cards. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit, for cleansing and blessing this deck. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit, for cleansing and blessing this deck. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit, for cleansing and blessing this deck, for giving pile number 3's clear, concise, accurate messages to conclude their reading. Advice, guidance, and wisdom for our pile number 3 to conclude their reading. Advice, guidance, and wisdom for our pile number 3s to conclude their reading. Pride. Okay, it says, I love myself and I see myself in everyone. I feel like you're going to take pride in what you do. Pride in your appearance is what I first got. You're going to start taking pride in what you do, pride in your appearance. And I feel like that's going to start transmuting the energy as well, for less worry also. Also, on the flip side, pride always cometh before the fall. So don't be too prideful about maybe what you need help in, or whatever that you know yourself, that ego, that prideful ego takes over. It's okay to have a little drop or an ounce of it, but do not have it come to a pound, right, of pride, because that's when things start to get, confusing for you and others, I feel like. Tell us more, Spirit. Advice, guidance, and wisdom for our pile number 3s. Advice, guidance, and wisdom for our pile number 3s to conclude the reading. Okay, we have envy. Okay, so it says, I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. And it says, I love myself and I see myself in everyone. So pride and envy, very interesting. Don't take yourself too seriously, because we have humor in reverse at the bottom of the deck. I usually don't read these cards in reverse, but I feel like it applies. Don't take yourself too seriously. Pile number 3s, you know how blessed you are. You know how talented you are. You know how gifted you are. I feel like even if you're in the beginning stages of something where you're kind of still working out and refining the kinks in your creativity or in your talents and skills, that's okay. There's no need to be envious of others. Some people could be envious of you in relation to how they see you manifest things so swiftly, or how, like, what they see you're destined for. Okay. That could be a lot, but don't let pride and ego get in your way, right? Because these are some of the 7 deadly sins, so to speak, right? And we want to have a light heart. This is what could be attributing to this anxiety and worry in this 9 of Swords, right? One more card, Spirit. Clear, concise, accurate messages, advice, guidance, and wisdom for our pile number 3s. All right, so you guys got 2 more cards. So we have at the bottom of the deck, forgiveness. It says, I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. Exactly. You could be harboring resentment towards someone, or someone could be harboring resentment towards you. And this could be this heartache stuff. Maybe someone who broke your heart. This could be a friend too. This could be a family member. This doesn't have to be like someone, like a romantic love interest. That's not what that always entails. This could be someone who you really trusted, who was really close to you, that kind of like it just went awry, right? And maybe you've had, maybe it's pride and envy that's keeping this person from maybe reaching out to you, apologizing to you, but I feel like you're forgiving them. You know, you're just kind of, and forgiving them is what? Not focusing on what has happened in the past. Deviating to your growth, your expansion, what you want to manifest, have happen in this lifetime, right? Using your time and your mental resources wisely, instead of always being in the past and worried about the past or worrying about the future, right? It says growth. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness, right? So I feel like you're very aware of what's happening within you and around you and in your environment right now. But you also, you don't want emotions to run too high. You want to still keep your groundedness about you, because that's what's going to allow you to, again, respond and not react to certain circumstances. And then we have adversity. It says, I accept the challenges are the best way to learn. I feel like you've been through a lot, pile number 3s. You've been through a lot. You've grown a lot. You're maturing, you know, and with growth comes growing pains, hence heartache, right? You could have grown out of certain relationships and you've had to mourn those relationships that you've grown out of, because they could have been relationships that you've had for some time, you know? And I feel like you're, not only are you coming to forgive others, but you're forgiving yourself in the process for whatever it was that you, that maybe you feel like you had to kind of like reconcile within yourself, right? So yeah, my lovely dreamy dreamers, that's about all the time that I have for you, my pile number 3s. If you like this reading, if it resonated, please hit that thumbs up button, like, share, and subscribe. Share this content with loved ones, family, friends, or anyone who would best benefit from the messages provided here today. Again, if you are interested in a beautiful tarot journal by myself and the lovely illustrator Sandrine Ann, look no further. There are 117 pages where you can archive your tarot journey throughout the year, as well as some really cool spreads and descriptions on all 78 tarot cards in the tarot deck. Okay, so the link to this will be in the description box down below. I love you all so much, my dreamy dreamers, and I will see you in our next reading. Bye. Hey, pile number 4, welcome to your pile. So you all have either chosen this beautiful Argonite crystal for your crystal selection, and I am doing something a little different. I made some singular words on cardstock, and I will be revealing the singular word after I reveal your tarot cards, your oracle card selection, excuse me. So some of you all have chosen, you and your loved ones are safe, new moon in Cancer. So I feel like you are in this very meditative state in which everything around you is running like a well, finely oiled machine, okay? I feel like who doesn't want to hear you and your loved ones are safe? I feel like when we are safe, when our root chakra is grounded and it's taken care of, and we have a roof over our head, clothes in our back, foods in our bellies, as well as our family and our community, we have more energy to disperse into doing the things that we have come on this earth to do, facilitating our purpose, facilitating others, working towards accomplishments. And I don't mean accomplishments for accomplishment's sake, but in a karmic way, so to speak, in transmuting one energy to, whether it be completely demolish generational curses or to expand ourselves in its totality so we can give the people in our family, whether it be our children, nieces, nephews, cousins, permissions to do the same, even just people in your community or your friend group, right? So that's what I'm getting here. You have this sense that all is well in your life and that, like I said, everything is running like a well-oiled machine, okay? So let's take a look at your singular word card. Acknowledgement. Yeah, acknowledgement. And I feel like spirit, God, source energy is giving you that acknowledgement, job well done, even though you're not done yet. You are acknowledging that things are working for you, not against you. You are acknowledging that the universe, God, spirit, source energy has and I heard this from Felicia Rashad. She's like this beautiful actress from like the 80s or the 70s, and she said that her mom reared her so to which she can be good no matter where she is. She can be on another planet and be okay, because her mother told her and instilled in her and her brothers and sisters that the universe means you no ill and you mean the universe no ill. So what that means is the acknowledgement that everything is working for you, never against you. And once you tell yourself that and you continue to repeat that to yourself over and over again, you're just going to see how beautifully life unfolds for you. And she says she also teaches her children the same thing. And I love that. That blew my mind. I just heard that yesterday and I was like, of course, this is why she is who she is, because wow. So let's get into it. We're going to pull from the Black Moon Astrology deck right now, and then we're going to get into your tarot. So let's see. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit, for cleansing and blessing this deck for our pile number 4s, for giving them clear, concise, accurate messages on what you want them to know right now, Spirit. What would you want pile number 4s to know right now? Thank you. Advice, guidance, wisdom, clear, concise, accurate messages. Okay, so we have card number 47, Grand Cross with Provoker. We have card number 27, Third House Messages. And we have card number 32, Eighth House Endings and Beginnings. There's something about ancient Egypt that's coming through with the pharaoh and the, I believe is that the right eye? This is either the Eye of Horus, okay? And then we have at the bottom of the deck, card number 11, Pluto Transmutation. So with Pluto and the 8th house coming in, there's definitely like a rebirth. This is what I'm getting. This is why you could have felt like you were at some type of crossroad or some type of juncture in your life where you could have went left, you could have went right. And I feel like you've made the decision on where it is that you're going, pile number 4s. With third house messages, you could be getting a lot of deep messages in your dreams, okay? This could have to do with your siblings or your family. Hello, you and your loved ones are safe. And maybe even travel, astral travel, moving from one area to another. But I feel like you're getting a lot of symbology and you're getting a lot of messages and downloads from beyond. With eighth house endings and beginnings, there is this renewal. There is just this rebirth. And this could have been provoked by this crossroads that you were at, okay? Where you could have went left or you could have went right. But whatever the case, you're transforming, you're transmuting everything that's happening. Is definitely a rebirth. There's definitely a resurgence of energy, of life, of vitality, because you have the acknowledgement, no matter what happens, everything is going to be okay. It's like, if it's not okay, then it's not the end, right? And if the thing hasn't been said and done already. So you have that acknowledgement within you, okay? I do want to read a little bit from the guidebook for the Black Moon Astrology deck. Each one of these, like the first sentence that comes out of these cards, the meaning of these cards. So let's do card number 47. It says, Grand Cross Provoker. Life is either a daring adventure or nothing at all. Helen Keller. It says the Grand Cross is an area of tension in a chart, thus becoming a great catalyst for movement and change. Exactly. Something provoked this rebirth, okay? And I feel like it was the messages that you had been adhering to. Though a lot of people don't. They try to suppress it or repress it. But you, my pile number 4s, are very clear, and I feel like you get messages very clear to the point where you adhere to them. You never. There's an author called Florence Scovel Shinn, and she says, I always acknowledge a hunch or something like that, or I never go against a hunch, which is your intuition ultimately. So let's see. We have card number 27. Let's read that one. And it says, third house messages. You must stay drunk on writing so reality cannot destroy you. It says words have power. Now is the time to get your point across. With this card, you may also get clear directions in the way to proceed. What did I say? That's trippy. It says the third house also represents neighborhoods and siblings. Exactly. So let's see. Card number 32. That's trippy. So card number 32, 8th house, endings and beginnings. From my rotting body, flowers shall grow, and I am in them, and that is eternity. This is where it all goes dark and becomes mysterious. Transformation. So I feel like there could be this, like, almost like this void you're entering, because you're about to be rebirthed. You're about to be reborn. It's almost like out of the womb of the universe. It's trippy what I'm seeing here, what I'm getting here for you, pile number 4. Like, you're about to be catapulted out of the womb of the universe, almost like a asteroid to Earth, almost like an alien, so to speak, to Earth, so you can completely shift the consciousness, shift reality for Earth and its inhabitants. It's trippy. You've been here before. You have been here before. You all are pharaohs, whether you're feminine oriented or masculine oriented. You are pharaoh seeds. You have been here before. You might have lineage that go back to ancient Egypt, or that was your previous lifetime. You all were pharaohs, or I don't know why I want to say Pharisees, because that's not even a thing, but you all were pharaohs in that time, and you've come back in this carnation to do the same thing over again, but to make an even deeper impact or a deeper change within the consciousness of civilization here on Earth, right? Oh, I do want to read Pluto transformation really quick. Card number 11. So yeah, people living deeply have no fear of death. Anise Nin. Pluto, the smallest and outermost planet in our solar system, probably carries the most weight. It is a planet of extremes. Birth, sex, and death are Pluto's themes. Exactly. Like I said, catapulted out of the womb of the universe. I don't know why I'm getting it, but I am getting deep, 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 profound messages right now. So you have come here to completely change the wavelength of the Earth, and it's going to come through, whether it be through your family, your friends, or the people you work with. It's going to be your immediate environment for sure, your neighborhoods, your siblings, things of that nature. Thank you, Spirit. Tell us more. Tell us more. Clear, concise, accurate messages for pile number 4s. Clear, concise, accurate messages from you to pile number 4, Spirit. Clear, concise, accurate messages. I'm getting a lot of Scorpio energy as well. Okay. Ooh, okay. Yeah, you're transmuting like a lot of dense energy around you and thoughts, and you're actually feeling very balanced right now. But we'll get more into that. Tell me more, Spirit. Advice, clear, concise, accurate messages for our pile number 4s. Yep. The Chariot. Advice, clear, concise, accurate messages for our pile number 4s. One more card. Clear, concise, accurate messages for our pile number 4, Spirit. Clear, concise, accurate messages for our pile number 4s. Yeah. You're feeling more balanced. We have 2 6s here, so I get that's a really great energy to where you're feeling more balanced, more composed, more like yourself, and able to manifest things from the ethereal to the material. We have the Chariot card here too, which means like you're on your journey to success and you're making progress advantageously. If that's, I know that's a word, but I don't know if I'm using it in the right context. Excuse me in advance. You're making progress swiftly because you know where you're going. You know where you've been and you know where you're going, pile number 4. You're definitely traveling here with the Chariot and the 6 of Swords. We have the 10 of Swords at the bottom of the deck, ending, final closure, okay? So this is what I'm saying, like, you are rebirthing yourself. You are, like, in this stage of, like, becoming a brand new you. I feel like your family and friends, they're going to be like, wow, this person has really transformed before our eyes in this lifetime. And it's interesting, too. You see how it's kind of like, well, I know the 6 of Pentacles, it's outside and it's like daylight, but then it's like night while this charioteer is on their journey and it's nighttime in the 6 of Swords. So like you are venturing into the unknown. You're venturing into the unknown, but it's going to be a beautiful adventure. You don't know what's to come. You don't know exactly what's coming in for you, but you know you're equipped. You know you're prepared, right? It says explore, discovery, and moving on. Journey, success, progress. You're definitely on a journey that's taking you places and probably taking your loved ones and your community and the people around you places too, just by proximity. The 9 of Wands, strength, support, boundaries. And then we have the 8 of Swords, frustration, anxiety, trap. These are all previous energies where you're coming from. You know, your mind could have been playing tricks on you to where you felt like you were just trapped, but you weren't. Look at how loose those ties are. This person could just flex their muscles just a little bit and come out of this self-imposed booby trap. And I feel like you are just tired of almost like harping on yourself or feeling down or feeling anxiety to the point where you finally just bursted free from these traps and you said, no, I'm even. I'm giving the love I want to myself and I'm receiving the love that I'm giving to myself from the external. It's like a force field. It's like that cycle. It's coming from your heart outward, back to your heart, back outward. You're actually starting to see people express to you the same way you've been expressing to yourself in a good way with the 6 of Pentacles. It says give, receive, family, right? So you're starting to give to your family's starting to give to you how you give to yourself, okay? I feel like you did have your guard up, maybe with somebody in your family for quite some time, and I still feel like you do, but it's not, you're not blaming yourself anymore. You're not limiting yourself anymore. You're just like, whatever. It is what it is, right? And you're continuing to move forward in your journey, whether you do it with or without them. And I feel like these people probably know that. So you've had to give yourself closure from maybe a relationship in your family or friendship group. And you know that they're going to be well. You bid them well, right? But you know that you have to continue to keep transforming. Because what is it? Why be here on earth if you're not changing for the best, right? And if you're not helping other people to facilitate the change that's going to lead to their greatest moments, or, you know, whatever it is, whatever they want it to lead to, right? So let's see. Tell us more. So, ooh, this just popped out. Happiness. You're not afraid to be happy anymore. And I feel like you're venturing into this unknown with a smile on your face. It says happiness. I'm aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. Exactly. You're moving forward with happiness, and you want to share that happiness with the people you love. Tell me more, Spirit. Clear, concise, accurate messages to conclude pile number 4's reading. Thank you, love. Look at this high vibrational pile. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. Exactly. Not love and happiness. Tell me more, Spirit. Ooh. Y'all seen that? Blame. I accept responsibility for my well-being. You're not placing the blame. Okay, this is coming in very clearly. You are no longer placing the blame on anyone other than yourself for your happiness and your love. This means even if you're in a partnership, a romantic partnership, this could be family, friends, you name it. You're like, you are the cherry on top to my happiness. You are not the end all, say all, right? Ten of Swords to my happiness, to the love that I have for myself and others. You are no longer allowing external situations, circumstances, people to make you fluctuate in your moods when it comes to your happiness and the love that you have for yourself and others, even them. You don't mind loving them from afar, right? I heard something very profound the other day ago, and it was like, the reason why we create boundaries is so we can have the people who we want and that we hold dear to us in our lives. If we didn't want them in our lives, then we'd be like, kind of like to hell. Like, we could just eliminate them out of our lives. But we create boundaries for the people who we want there, but who we know they are them and we are us. And sometimes that doesn't always mesh well, but we still love them and care about them. So we use boundaries as a facilitator to keep those relationships. You know what I'm saying? Whereas if we didn't want them, if we didn't care, if we didn't love them, we would just dismiss them. We would just excommunicate them or stop talking to them overall, right? So that's what I'm getting. You're no longer placing the blame on anyone else, not even yourself really, but you're no longer like, you're just, like it says, I accept responsibility for my well-being. This is basically saying this. You're no longer placing the blame on the external. You are going within for your happiness and your love and your contentment. And I love that, pile number 4s. We have service. I feel good when I can help others. You know that you, maybe even in a different lifetime, have committed to a life of service to others. And that's what fills you. Whether it's giving people advice, whether it be tarot readings, whether it be creating, right? Creating something that can help service people and give them good messages or profound messages that will change the scope of their lives for the better. You are here to do that, pile number 4s. And I feel like you take that very seriously. So when it comes to the people in your family or your friendships, your loved ones, whoever you consider those loved ones as, I feel like you understand that also is attributed to them as well. If you can make profound impacts in the people that are immediate to you, then you have already exhibited, by doing that with them, you can make profound changes to people in Timbuktu, to people in Paris, France, to people in Africa, Nigeria, Lagos. You know what I mean? The whole continent, you know? You can make those everlasting changes when you start in your own backyard. You know, and that's what I'm getting here. But what an amazing reading, pile number 4. I really hoped you liked it and enjoyed it. If you liked it, please hit that thumbs up button, like, share, and subscribe. Share this content with loved ones, family, friends, or anyone who would best benefit from the messages provided here today. Again, if you're interested in a beautiful tarot journal from me and the lovely Sandrine Ann, look no further. There's 117 pages where you can archive your tarot journal throughout the year, as well as some really cool spreads and breakdown of each 78 cards that incorporate the tarot. Okay, so the link to this will be in the description box down below. I love you all so much, my dreamy dreamers, and I'll see you in our next reading. Bye.